Hi, I'm Joseph Sissac, and I want to thank you for checking out the Factor Points YouTube channel. So why do we need another Christian-focused, Bible-focused, scripture teaching YouTube channel that talks more about these things that so many others are talking about? Well, it's because we really do need a lot more. There's a lot more work to be done. More people need to hear the good news of the gospel. More people need to be discipled. And one of the things that I'm really focused on is raising up more disciple makers. Why is this so important? One, because it's kingdom work, and kingdom work has an eternal value compared to all the other things that are going on in the world today that are very temporary, and because they're going viral and they're popular. The work of the kingdom, the work of winning souls, making disciples, and becoming a disciple maker never gets old. It's eternal.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
Now, I don't think Maximus was a prophet, but I do think there's some prophetic value to what he said there in one of my favorite movies, Gladiator. What we do in this life does echo for eternity. So if that's true, we need to find out the right things to do. And it's really clear in Scripture. Jesus said to his disciples, "Go therefore and make disciples." He gave them an assignment, a mission to duplicate the work and to raise up other people who would duplicate the work after he ascended to heaven, after they were gone, so that the work of the kingdom would continue for generations to come, so that the population of heaven in eternity would continue to grow. This is the work that I believe you are called to. We're not just called to be Christians who go to church. We're called to be disciples who follow Christ and who raise up other disciples and disciple makers. So how do we do that here with factor points? To answer that, I'll explain what is a factor point. Factor points are a way of embracing discipleship based on the nature and character of God. Factor point number one is a response to what's called the omnipresence of God. Because God is always there, he's worthy of a response from us everywhere we go. The response, the appropriate response to the omnipresence of a holy God is worship. Factor point number one is worship. Point number two is that God is omniscient. He's all-knowing. He knows everything. If you could sit down with Jesus and ask him any question and get eternal wisdom from him, what would be your response? It would be to humble yourself and learn. Factor point number two is he knows we learn. Number three is that God is omnipotent. God is all-powerful. He can do anything. He's made the heavens and the earth and put everything in perfect harmony and order. God can accomplish his will because his power is unlimited, but he wants to work in and through us. So point number three is he's able, we serve. In summary, our factor points are God is here, we worship. God knows, we learn. God is able, we serve. If you're looking for a simple yet powerful approach to Christian discipleship, I believe Factor Points is the answer. So I invite you to subscribe to the Factor Points channel so that you can grow as a disciple of Jesus Christ through worshiping because he's here, learning because he knows, and serving because God is able. I promise you, if you do those three things, you're going to see your life begin to grow and transform more and more like Christ. And I'm going to give you the tools to equip you to be a disciple maker and share everything you've learned with other people so that we can make that eternal impact for the kingdom and glory of God. Let's do this together. Let's integrate these points of worship, learn, and serve into our lives so we can grow and fulfill the purpose that God has for all of us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let's do this together. He's here. He knows. He's able.